An immigration reform group today released a study on the costs of illegal immigration to Virginians. The group is called the Federation for American Immigration Reform, and it claims that Virginia's illegal alien population represents a major burden on the state's taxpayers and on the state budget. The group says Virginia has a rapidly growing illegal alien population of about 295,000 persons, nearly tripling since 2000. It says Virginia's illegal immigrant population costs the state's taxpayers nearly $1.7 billion per year for education, medical care, and incarceration. And joining us now to discuss the report by phone is Ira Mehlman with the Federation for American Immigration Reform. Ira, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Now, your group says Virginia has a rapidly growing illegal alien population of about 295,000 persons, nearly tripling since 2000. How do you come up with that estimate?
These are estimates taken from census figures, from the Immigration Service, from various other think tanks that try to keep track of these things. But, you know, all the estimates are somewhere in the range of about 300,000. So it is consistent with other estimates.
Now, you say Virginia's illegal immigrant population costs the state's taxpayers nearly $1.7 billion per year for education, medical care, and incarceration. And you also say the annual fiscal burden amounts to like $625 per Virginia household. Can you explain that?
That's correct. If you look at the number of native-headed households in Virginia and break that cost down, it comes to about $625 per family. Now, by far, the largest chunk of the expense goes toward education of the children of illegal immigrants. And it really points up the fact, number one, that the costs of illegal immigration are borne at the state and local level. The policies are made at the federal level, but it's state and local governments that have to provide education, health care, various other human services. And it also points out that one man's cheap worker turns out to be everybody else's burden. When people pay low wages, the rest of society then has to make up the difference in terms of subsidies for education, health care, and a whole range of other things.
Now, what about illegal immigration, or an immigration advocate would say, what about the tax money that is paid by illegal immigrants? Because obviously they've got a job and they're paying taxes, right?
Well, yes. First of all, you have to remember about half of the illegal aliens who work in this country are paid off the books, so there's no direct income tax being taken out. We estimate that there about $188 million a year is paid in form of sales taxes, income taxes, contributions to property tax through rent.
In Virginia.
It's a small fraction of the total cost. And you also have to remember that these are jobs that would have been done by other workers, by American workers, earning higher wages, and also almost 100% of them paying income tax. So the money that's being paid in would have been paid in by other people. Probably more would have been paid in. There is one other factor. About $1.1 billion a year is flowing out of Virginia back to Latin America. That's an estimate by the Inter-American Bank. They say that more than $1 billion is going directly out of the Virginia economy each year. So that's money that's not being spent in Virginia, not being recycled through the economy. The state isn't collecting taxes on that, and jobs are not being created.
Now, what does your group suggest as far as public policy then?
Well, states need to protect them. As I said before, states are where the costs come due. They pay for the education, they pay for the health care, the incarceration. So what states need to do is start imposing burdens on the employers who hire illegal aliens, making it clear to the employers that if we catch you hiring illegal aliens, there are going to be consequences. We are either going to fine you, we're going to revoke business licenses. While the immigration policy is made in Washington, D.C., there are many things that state and local governments can do to discourage illegal immigration by going after especially the employers who take that subsidy. They get the low-wage worker, and then they force everybody else in Virginia to pay for the real costs, and the state can do something about that.
All right. Well, Ira Mehlman with the Federation for American Immigration Reform, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Now, tomorrow we'll be speaking with a representative of the Harrisonburg Area Hispanic Services Council for their reaction to the report. And to look at the report, The Costs of Illegal Immigration to Virginians by the Federation for American Immigration Reform, just go to our website, WHSV.com, and click on the Hot button. And now let's send it back to Mel in Stanton.